BTS News Today in Seoul. A city usually wrapped in neon warmth and the hum of late-night streets. A chilling report slowly slipped out from behind the cold curtain of autumn. Local media at first treated it like any other rumor that tends to surface when a superstar like Jungkook of BTS becomes the center of speculation. But this time, the air felt unmistakably different. From the very first whispers, something about it rattled even the most seasoned reporters. It wasn't a rumor. It wasn't a fabricated whisper from anonymous accounts. The police themselves stepped in and confirmed that there had indeed been an attempted break-in at Jungkook's private home. And with that single confirmation, the news sent shockwaves across South Korea. If someone dared to target the home of one of the world's most influential global artists, the public's imagination was bound to spiral in dozens of terrifying directions. Obsession? Theft? An unstable fan? Or something far darker? At exactly 1:47 a.m. that night, in the usually quiet, elite neighborhood of Seongsadong, the tranquility shattered. Home CCTV from surrounding houses captured a vague figure dressed in dark clothing, slipping between the shadows of trees with calculated movements, too calculated, as if the person knew the terrain intimately. No alarms sounded, no lights flickered, but the most disturbing detail was how the intruder seemed to know exactly where to go. According to the police's early report, someone had attempted to tamper with the security panel on the side entrance of Jungkook's house. That door wasn't the main entrance, nor was it a frequently used one. It was a service access point only used by trusted staff, a location even most fans wouldn't know existed. That detail alone was enough to send chills through the public. Seoul police stated that they received a call from HYB's internal security team at around 1:59 a.m., minutes after the vibration sensors detected unusual activity and alerted the control room. Within 5 minutes, HYB's own security arrived at the house, and what they found changed the course of that night. The small reinforced glass near the upper corner of the security panel was cracked like a spiderweb. There were signs of forced impact around the electronic lock frame. But most baffling of all was the object left on the ground nearby. A black glove, damp either from sweat or night moisture, with a small red circular emblem stitched onto the wrist. Police collected it as evidence. And from that moment, the intruder's motive felt even more sinister. One of the detectives who examined the scene provided an unofficial comment to a media outlet. He said they found something unusual near the back gate. When the reporter pressed for details, the detective only replied that the item wasn't something ordinary burglars carry. That cryptic remark instantly triggered a wave of speculation. Was the intruder not a thief? Did they intend to leave something instead of taking anything? As the news spread, Jungkook himself was confirmed to be away from home. According to a source inside HYBE, he was on a private schedule, undisclosed for safety reasons. But ironically, his absence made the incident feel even more calculated. Did the perpetrator know Jungkook wasn't home? Who leaked that information? Or, far more unsettling, was the intruder deliberately waiting for a moment when the house was empty to deliver a message? As police widened their investigation, they found unfamiliar footprints near the side garden. The shoe marks were long, with an odd crisscross tread pattern not common in Korean retail footwear. The detectives recognized the pattern. It matched tactical boots often used by individuals trained for covert operations. This wasn't a careless intruder. This was someone trained, disciplined, and purposeful. But the most disturbing discovery came just before dawn at 4:23 a.m. While sweeping the backyard again, an officer spotted something nestled behind a large decorative pot. A thick white envelope folded neatly with a single letter on the front. J. Written in dark ink. No name. No address. Just that one letter, bold and ominous. The envelope was opened by forensics on site. Inside were photos. 4 of them, not many, but enough to freeze every person in that room where they stood. These weren't random photos. They were pictures of Jungkook's house, taken at close range. There was a picture of the second-floor window, one of the backyard, one of the garage, and the most chilling of all, a photograph of Jungkook's bedroom door. The angle of the photo revealed that it had been taken from less than a meter away. Someone had gotten that close. Someone had stood feet away from the room where Jungkook sleeps. The leaves, lighting, shadows, and plant arrangements in the photos confirmed they were taken within the last 2 weeks, meaning the attempted break-in that night wasn't the beginning. It was part of a longer surveillance effort. HYB released an official statement around 7:15 a.m., assuring that they were cooperating fully with authorities and increasing security. But fans sensed something was off. The tone felt too measured, almost as if they were hiding something on social media, especially on Weverse and X. Hashtags like #ProtectJungkook, #StaySafeJungkook, and #HYBExplain exploded within minutes. Armies worldwide were terrified. Many cried, trembled, and stayed up all night tweeting prayers and anger. Others began connecting the dots between this incident and Jungkook's recent behavior. His rare hesitations during a live stream, the way he occasionally looked off-screen mid-sentence, or the exhaustion in his eyes during recent airport appearances. While the police worked through the evidence, more disturbing details surfaced from CCTV footage in the neighborhood. One video, 27 seconds long, showed the intruder standing perfectly still at a distance, staring at Jungkook's house for nearly 10 seconds. But what truly made people's blood freeze was the tilt of his head, not like a thief evaluating a target, but like someone studying something or someone. And then in the final frame before he slipped into the darkness, his face turned toward the camera. He looked straight at it. Straight at whoever would watch the footage later. The corner of his mouth twitched, forming indistinct movements. Forensics tried enhancing the image to decipher the lip movement, but so far it remained unclear. Some security experts began floating the theory that this wasn't about Jungkook's belongings but Jungkook himself. But the most unsettling evidence was that the intruder seemed focused only on one part of the house. The hallway connected directly to Jungkook's bedroom. Meanwhile, a witness stepped forward to report something that happened days earlier. She recalled seeing a man dressed similarly to the intruder standing at a bus stop near Jungkook's home. He didn't sit, didn't move, didn't even look at his phone despite holding it. Instead, he stared at the entrance to Jungkook's neighborhood. When she accidentally met his gaze, he smiled. A thin, joyless smile she described as a smile without a soul. She hurried away that evening. Only now did she realize what she had seen. Fans began digging into Jungkook's recent live streams. They found a moment just a few days before the break-in, where he paused, looked toward the side of the room and murmured, "I hope things calm down soon. Lately there are things that make it hard to sleep." Armies thought he meant stress. Now they wondered whether he sensed something watching him from outside his home. HYB tightened security. Police continued sweeping every inch of the property. Forensics analyzed the glove, the envelope, the soil traces from the footprints, but new challenges arose. The glove had traces of a chemical solution used to erase fingerprints. Another sign that the intruder was not an ordinary stalker or fan. Reporters began investigating the red emblem on the glove. Their findings led to a chilling possibility. A small underground group that surfaced years ago, known for marking objects with a tiny red circle as part of their silent operations. They were never publicly identified. No arrests were ever made. No one knew whether the group still existed. But if the symbol matched their old patterns, then the break-in was far more dangerous than anyone imagined.